Normalcy returning in northeastern states as protests against citizenship amendment legislation subside. Assam CM Sarbananda Sonowal calls to thwart elements misleading people on the Citizenship Amendment Act. In Jharkhand, 15 constituencies spread over 4 districts of Dhanbad, Deoghar, Giridih and Bokaro to go for 4th phase assembly polls tomorrow. Campaigning also gears up for 5th and last phase of Jharkhand election. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address a rally in Dumka today. Fasttag or prepaid rechargeable tags for toll collection mandatory for all vehicles in Fasttag lanes from today. Hybrid toll collection lane allowed in some cases where payment by both cash and Fasttag allowed for next 30 days. Rains and snowfall in several parts of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand pull mercury down in the region. Himachal authorities advise residents and tourists to remain cautious of avalanche and landslides. Weather office says cold wave conditions likely to persist in the region. And sports, West Indies win toss and decide to bowl first against India in ODI series opener in Chennai. Men in blue will be gunning for their 10th consecutive bilateral series win against the Caribbean side. Hello and welcome to this edition of the news. I'm Rukma in our top story. Normalcy is returning in Assam after protests that had erupted in the wake of the passage of the Citizenship Amendment Bill in Parliament subsided. No untoward incident has been reported in the last 2 days. Curfew is being relaxed in Guwahati from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. today. A large number of people thronged markets in the city to buy goods, and vehicles were on the roads in the city during the relaxation of curfew. However, mobile internet services will remain shut down till 9 a.m. on Monday. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal has assured people of the state that the government is committed to protect all genuine Indian citizens and the rights of the people of Assam. In a Twitter video message posted today, the Chief Minister has called upon all sections of society to thwart the elements that are misleading people on the Citizenship Amendment Act and are indulging in violence. Assam Minister Chandra Mohan Patwari on Saturday said that a delegation under the leadership of Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal will go to Delhi to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah on the situation in Assam.
हमारा एक प्रतिनिधि दल अंडर लीडरशिप ऑफ ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर श्री सर्बानंद सोनोवाल तो ये लोग दिल्ली जाएगा ये प्रतिनिधि दल और दिल्ली जाके प्रधानमंत्री और अमित शाह जी से बात करेंगे.
In Meghalaya, curfew has been relaxed for 13 hours from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. today in the areas falling under Lumdiangjri and Sadar police stations of East Khasi Hills district. The district magistrate said the relaxation has been given in view of the prevailing law and order situation. Curfew will again be imposed in these areas at 7 p.m. until further orders. Fastags or prepaid rechargeable tags for toll collection that allow automatic payment have come into effect from today. The facility has become effective from 8 this morning. To avert inconvenience to citizens, the government has announced the conversion of up to 25% of Fastag lanes at National Highway toll plazas to hybrid lanes for a month. The hybrid lane will accept Fastag and other modes of payment. The Ministry of Road Transport and Highways has clarified that it is a temporary measure to be adopted for 30 days only to facilitate smooth flow of traffic so that no inconvenience is caused to citizens. The government had earlier extended the date to December 15 for making Fasttag mandatory for toll payments on national highways. The government launched the National Electronic Toll Collection System, which provides for collection of user fee through Fasttag to save fuel and time, curb pollution and ensure seamless movement of traffic. With the help of a Fasttag, drivers will not have to stop the vehicles at toll plazas to pay tax. All lanes except one on each side in fee plazas will be declared Fasttag lanes. A Fasttag uses radio frequency identification technology to enable direct toll payments from a moving vehicle. If anyone goes into an electronic toll collection lane without a Fasttag, he or she has to pay double charges. And let's understand what Fasttag is and how it works. Reloadable tags which enable automatic deduction of toll charges. They are linked to prepaid accounts from which applicable toll amounts are deducted. Tag employs radio frequency identification technology, enables non-stop movement of vehicles through toll plazas. Affixed on the vehicle's windscreen after the tag account is active, has validity of 5 years, recharge or top-up facilities available. Up to 25% hybrid toll lanes can be operated. Hybrid lane allows payment by both cash and Fasttag. Hybrid lanes will be operated for next 30 days. Where to buy a Fasttag? Bank branches of SBI, ICICI and HDFC Bank. 2 other certified banks also eligible to issue Fasttags. Digital platforms like Paytm, Airtel Payments Bank and Amazon India. Indian Oil, Hindustan Petroleum, Bharat Petroleum petrol pumps. NHAI's Fasttag app. Copy of registration certificate of vehicle. Passport size photograph of vehicle owner. KYC documents as per category of the vehicle. KYC documents can be PAN card, driving license and so on. Fasttag will be issued following verification of original documents. How to recharge Fasttag? Payment through check or credit or debit card and net banking. Minimum recharge amount for Fasttag is 100 rupees and maximum is 1 lakh. Fasttag can also be linked to saving bank accounts. Sufficient balance in account for automatic deduction should be maintained. SMS alerts on registered mobile numbers for transactions done. SMS alert will be sent on low balance in Fasttag wallet. What are the charges for Fasttag? One-time fee of 200 rupees. Security deposit also to be paid. Security fee is refundable. And Arun Sharma, our correspondent, joins us from Noida Expressway to take us through all the reactions and how the system is actually functioning on the ground on this, its first day. Arun, take us through how customers are reacting, how vehicle drivers are reacting, and how the system is actually functioning on the ground there. You're at Noida Expressway. What are the benefits that you're seeing?
Well, as far as the benefits is concerned, the big development that has taken place today is that the 25% lane have been converted into a hybrid lane. Now, we know this fact that today was the deadline whereby Fasttag was mandatory all across the country as far as the NHAI highways are concerned, or toll plazas are concerned. That means any toll plaza which is operating under the National Highway Authority of India, over there Fastags were mandatory. However, looking at the ground situation and many consumers who could not get the Fastags, who could not avail the Fastags, for them a 1 month extension has been given, a relaxation primarily has been given, whereby even if in case you don't have a Fastag, you need not to worry on that part, because of the fact there are some hybrid lanes which are also operating. Now, hybrid lane means that means over there you can either pay your toll via Fastag, and if in case you don't have a Fastag, you can also pay by cash. Well, let me show you some of the visuals over here. Now, most of the lanes over here, I mean, as said, the cash lanes are operating as of now, but yes, also the Fastag lanes are also operating. But yes, primarily over here, as many consumers who have not got or who have not been in a position to avail the Fastags, for them primarily over here, the cash lane or the hybrid lane is also operating, whereby the vehicle owner is paying via cash over here. So it's a development, because we know this fact, Rukma, that we are transforming from one system to another system. That means till now there was a cash-based system on the toll plazas, and now we are moving towards a cashless HRS-based system on the toll plazas. So that's the reason why a 1 month relaxation has been given at the toll plazas which are operated under the National Highway Authority of India, whereby 75% lanes are operating via Fastags, but rest 25%, that means if in case, for example, Rukma, if at any given toll plaza there are 10 lanes, so in that 10 lanes, maximum of 2 lanes, that means close to 25%, that means 2 lanes can operate on a hybrid mode. That means over there the cash is also accepted, and via Fasttag also you can make payments. So that's the case and the ground situation as of now as far as the Fastags are concerned. But yes, it's a good news for the consumer who could not avail the Fastags till now. For them, a 1 month period is also there, that means close to 30 days, that means by 30th of January 2020 this relaxation has been given. So that's a good news and primarily a good relaxation for the people who could not avail the Fasttag as of now, Rukma.
Right, process has been eased in order to ease movement into the fast lane, can we say, Arun? And it's a major benefit is also that there will no longer be any queues in toll plazas and along major highways anymore, thanks to Fastags.
That's right, and that's the reason why this system has been put in place. We have seen that many countries like Singapore, Japan, South Korea, USA, and many European countries have adopted this technology, this RFID technology, which primarily is a Fasttag. And India has also now joined this group of countries whereby Fastags will be mandatory from 15th of January primarily, and in all the lanes primarily. But as of now, understand this fact, Rukma, that only those highway toll plazas which are operated under the National Highway Authority of India, only those toll plazas will be collecting toll via Fastags. Now, there are also toll plazas which are operating under the state, various states which are operating the toll plazas. For example, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, all these states are having various authorities, and they are primarily collecting the toll plazas at various toll lanes. So in that context, Fastags will not be implemented, and in that context, I mean, the government, the central government is ensuring that more and more MOUs can be signed with various states, so that Fastags can be made mandatory not only under the highways of under the National Highway Authority of India, but also whereby the states are operating the toll plazas. So in that context, it will take time, but yes, last but not the least, Rukma, it's a gradual transformation which will take place, and yes, once this is implemented, this will be a big game. I mean, it will be a game changer as far as the toll collection mechanism is concerned, because all this mechanism will be primarily, it will be digital transformation, and that's the main thing over here, Rukma.
Right, and meanwhile, what about the kind of prices that will be charged now that the system is in place? Is there a difference in the price range that vehicle drivers will have to pay, or are they the same as they exist now?
Well, the prices will be same for sure, but yes, even if you pay by Fasttag or if you're paying by cash, for next 1 month, the prices will remain same. I mean, whatever the toll charges are, the same toll charges have to be paid. But the only one thing a vehicle owner needs to ensure that any lane, for example, any lane which is dedicated for Fasttag, in that only the vehicle which is having a Fasttag can only enter. And if in case a hybrid lane is over there, for example, that bus over there that the bus passing through, that's a hybrid lane whereby, I mean, you can pay via cash and you can enter by providing cash, and you can pay the toll via cash. In that context, you have to pay toll via cash only. But yes, we should only remember one thing, and the consumer should only remember one thing, that till next 30 days, that means till 15th of January 2020, this mechanism is in place. But by 2020, the lanes will be Fasttag in nature. That means everybody will have to avail Fasttag if in case they have to pass through Fasttag. But as of now, there are no differentiation as far as the toll charges are concerned. If in case, even if you are paying by cash on the hybrid lanes or the Fasttag lane, you can pay the normal toll charges which exist as of now, and you can pass through that toll plaza. But yes, you just ensure that you are not entering the Fasttag lane which is completely dedicated to the Fasttag lane. Although it is written over here on the highways, the volunteers of the NHA are also present here, which are there to guide you, and they're telling you that that this is the Fasttag lane or this is a hybrid lane. But yes, the vehicle owner will have to pass through a hybrid lane if in case he is wishing to pay via cash, and if in case he's having a Fasttag and Fasttag is completely mapped and the Fasttag is recharged, he can of course pass to the Fasttag lane, and of course he can pay very immediately and on a real-time basis. And Rukma, we also know this fact that as you asked that what benefit will be there. As of now, if you look at the scenario, it takes close to 4 to 5 minutes on an average for any vehicle to pay a toll and pass through a toll plaza. But after the implementation of Fasttags, this duration will come down to only 40 seconds to 50 seconds as far as paying of toll is concerned. So in 40 to 50 seconds, you can pay toll on the toll plaza via Fasttag, and you can immediately move ahead by paying the toll. So this will provide the ease to the consumers. The vehicular movement will become easier over here, and of course the CO2 emissions will also get reduced because of this entire process of Fasttags which India is adopting as of now. But yes, the good news, we should remember one thing, Rukma, that the good news is that the relaxation has been given for next 1 month, that next 30 days 25% lane of the toll operators can be on the given situation. If in case there is a lot of traffic movement, the toll operator can convert these lane to to hybrid lane, whereby payment can be made by Fasttag also and by cash also. But this is all up to the toll operator at the various points. If in case a toll operator in the NHA wants it to be converted, they can convert it, or else all the lanes can be Fasttag also. So it's a relaxation primarily, it's a partial relaxation for the consumer, for the commuters primarily who are passing through the toll plaza. Rukma?
Right, Arun. Well, we'll have to leave it at that for now. Thank you very much for joining us with those inputs. Moving on now, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu today attended the 62nd annual convocation ceremony of Sardar Patel University in Gujarat's Anand. The annual convocation is held on the 15th of December every year as an institutional gesture of commemoration of the death anniversary of Sardar Patel. Vice President also gave away awards to students. While addressing the convocation, Vice President stressed on developing a progressive and peaceful society which will not be bound by any form of corruption.
We need to build a society which is harmonious, which is peaceful, which is progressive, society where there is no bhaya, where there is no bhrashtachar, where there is no atyachar, where there is no discrimination on the basis of gender, on the basis of social order. And we must all try to work to see that everybody in the country feels that they are part of the developmental story of the country.
Vice President Venkaiah Naidu today presented President's colours to Gujarat Police at Gujarat Police Academy in Gandhinagar. Addressing the gathering, he stressed on reforms in the judiciary and police to create a robust justice system. He said police should be working to safeguard the interests of the poor and especially women.
We carry out judicial reforms by augmenting its human resource and reducing pendency, along with police reforms to create robust justice system. Police must give special attention to protect the rights of vulnerable sections of the society, the downtrodden, the deprived and the marginalized, and particular focus should be crimes against women.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid tribute to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel on his death anniversary today. In a tweet, the Prime Minister said, "People remain eternally inspired by his exceptional service to the nation." Sardar Patel passed away on 15 December 1950. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar also paid tribute to Sardar Patel. The Kashmir Valley remained cut off from the rest of the country for the third consecutive day as the Srinagar-Jammu National Highway was closed. The highway was closed for traffic on Thursday after heavy snow around the Jawahar Tunnel, the gateway to the Kashmir Valley. Flight operations to and from Kashmir were restored after remaining suspended for 7 consecutive days due to poor visibility caused by heavy fog and snowfall. The helicopter and ropeway services at the famous cave shrine of Vaishno Devi in Riyasi district of Jammu and Kashmir remained suspended for the second day due to inclement weather. The J&K administration meanwhile reviewed the post-snowfall situation across the Union Territory and issued directions for early restoration of power supply and clearance of roads. In Himachal Pradesh, following recent snowfall and heavy rains, residents and tourists have been asked to remain cautious as avalanches and landslides are likely. Popular tourist destinations Shimla, Manali, Dalhousie and Kufri witnessed snow. Lahore Spiti's administrative centre Keelong and Kinnaur's Kalpa also witnessed snow. Meanwhile, PWD men and machinery have been working to open roads for traffic which were blocked after the recent snowfall and rain, and efforts were also on to restore power supply in affected areas. Cold wave continued to sweep Uttarakhand as well after heavy snowfall in hilly areas and moderate rain in other parts of the state. Schools up to class 12th were closed on Saturday in Dehradun, Almora, Pithoragarh, Nainital and some other parts of the state following the weather. All the major peaks were covered with snow. Some roads in remote areas were blocked following snowfall. Snow cutter machines have been engaged to clear the snow. In Delhi, the maximum temperature dropped by 4 notches at 19.2 degrees Celsius. The minimum was recorded at 9.7 degrees Celsius on Saturday. The air quality in the national capital also improved significantly on Saturday as a result of rains over the last 2 days. Delhi recorded an overall air quality index of 163 at 4 p.m., which falls in the moderate category. Pollution levels, however, are likely to increase marginally as wind speed is predicted to decline over the next 2 to 3 days. And now news from pole-bound Jharkhand. 15 constituencies spread over 4 districts of Dhanbad, Deoghar, Giridih and Bokaro will go to polls in the 4th phase tomorrow. A total of 221 candidates, including 23 women nominees, are in the fray in the elections. The highest number of 25 candidates will lock horns in the Bokaro seat, while the least number of 8 nominees will contest the Nirsa constituency. Voting will commence at 7 a.m. and end at 3 p.m. in Jamua, Bagodar, Giridih, Dumri and Tundi seats, while polling will continue till 5 p.m. in the remaining constituencies. The New Zealand police today confirmed 15 deaths from the volcano eruption in White Island and said 2 are still missing. The New Zealand police told media that the rescue team returned to White Island earlier in the day to search for the 2 missing people. Police also said that 6 bodies were found on Friday and have been sent to Auckland for identification. The volcano erupted on Monday afternoon on White Island in the eastern bay of Plenty of New Zealand's North Island. Altogether, 47 people were on the White Island at the time of the eruption. The eruption also has caused 20 more people to be burned. The UN Climate Summit in Madrid risked collapsing after marathon negotiations between countries left them more divided than ever over on how to fight global warming and pay for its ravages. Diplomats from rich nations, emerging giants and the world's poorest countries, each for their own reasons, found fault in a draft agreement put forward by host Chile in a botched attempt to strike common ground. Faced with 5 alarm warnings from science, deadly extreme weather made worse by climate change, and weekly strikes by millions of young people, negotiations in Madrid were under pressure to send a clear signal that governments were willing to double down in tackling the crisis. But the 12-day talks, now deep into overtime, retreated even further from this goal on Saturday. China has suspended additional tariffs on U.S. products that had been due to kick in today after Washington and Beijing announced a major thaw in their trade war on Friday. China's finance ministry has announced that it will suspend the planned addition of 10% and 5% tariffs on some U.S. imports and continue to suspend additional tariffs on U.S.-made autos and spare parts. The move follows U.S. President Trump's cancellation of new tariffs on Chinese products as part of a Phase 1 trade deal. China's Commerce Ministry had said it had agreed with the U.S. a mini deal that includes a progressive rollback of tariffs and the protection of intellectual property rights. The 2 sides have yet to sign the agreement, which represents a major breakthrough in the 21-month standoff between the world's 2 largest economies. And now moving on to sports. In cricket, West Indies skipper Kieran Pollard won the toss and opted to bowl against India in the first one-day international in Chennai today. Openers Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul started the Indian innings on a positive note. India are batting at 11 without any loss When reports last came in, the score was 18 for no loss. Tony Ann Singh of Jamaica was announced as the winner of the Miss World 2019 beauty pageant held at the Excel London on December 14th. She was crowned by her predecessor, Miss World 2018, Vanessa Pons from Mexico. 23-year-old Singh is a Florida State University student and wanted to use her title to work for sustainable change for women and their children. Meanwhile, Ophélie Mézin of France and Suman Rao of India were the first and second runners-up of the beauty pageant respectively. Miss World 2019 was the 69th edition of the contest, and contestants from 120 countries competed for the title.
2019 is Jamaica.
Miss World 2019.
The annual Temple Elephant Rejuvenation Camp started at Thikampatti on the banks of the river Bhavani in Coimbatore. 28 temple elephants from across the state have arrived for the 48-day-long camp organized by the Department of Hindu Religious and Charitable Endowment Department. The entire area is solar fenced to prevent wild elephants from straying into the camp, and cameras are set up to monitor the pachyderms. And thousands of tourists and locals flocked to Rodrigo de Freitas Lagoon to watch the floating Christmas tree, which has been lit up for the first time in the year in the Brazilian city of Rio de Janeiro to mark the official kickoff to the Christmas holidays. The Christmas tree was first erected in 1996, and its lighting has become one of Rio's biggest tourist events after Carnival festivities and New Year's Eve on Copacabana Beach. And that's all in this edition of the news. News and updates continue on DD News and DD India. Stay tuned. Namaskar.